Well, well, well. Greetings, 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 friends. It is so very good to be here with you tonight. Thank you for attending this stripped-down version of the MLK, Martin Luther King Association of Asheville and Buncombe County's Scholarship Award Ceremony. My name is Michael Dempsey, and I will be your host this evening. And I say stripped down because normally we have a jazz band and we have all kinds of cool stuff, people singing and all kinds of food, but you know, it's been a weird 15 or 16 months, hasn't it? Yes. Wow. Say no more on that. So tonight we're going to honor and celebrate 8 young people who are making their way in the world. And how this will work is Dr. Simmons will speak, and Dr. Gossett, Dr. John Gossett, the fairly new president of ABTech, will say a few words. And then we'll call up our students to give them their awards. You know, this reminds me that Dr. King did come to a crossroads in his life when he had graduated seminary and he had to make a decision. He was living in Boston, Massachusetts at the time, and he had to decide if he was going to stay in the north or head south, back home to Alabama. As we all know, he headed back home to Alabama and pastored a church in Montgomery. And the rest, as they say, is history. And I know that the students here are at a crossroads in their life, so I would choose you to take the tough road. I got to recognize our sponsors. And normally, I just say, look at the brochure. Thanks, sponsors. But I'm not going to do that tonight because this is a who's who of Asheville. We have Biltmore Company. We have HCA Mission Health, and boy, Sheila Meadows from HCA Mission Health walks right in as the words come out of my mouth. Amazingly so. Good to see you, Sheila. UNC Asheville has sponsored us. AB Tech Community College, thank you, Dr. Gossett and friends. Elizabeth Colton Diplomacy and Global Collaboration. Explore Asheville. Home Trust Banks. Givens Communities. Parsec Financial, the United Way. I saw someone with a name tag earlier. There she is. Thank you, my friend. United Way of Asheville and Buncombe County. Carolina Day School. Christ School. I know Ollie is here, and he represents Christ School. Community Foundation of Western North Carolina. Deerfield Episcopal Retirement Community. Lenore Ryan University, Asheville. Go Bears. Mars Hill University. McGuire Wood and Bissett Law Firm. Resources for Resilience, the Van Winkle Law Firm, and Brandy Nicole Family Enrichment Center. Thank you to all of these fine folks for helping us financially support our students in Asheville and Buncombe County. And yes, we can give them a round of applause. Thank you. Okay, it's my pleasure to introduce to you one of my dearest companions and friends, Dr. ORALENE Simmons. And she is the president of the Martin Luther King Association. She has been in that capacity since the 1980s, and she is a civil rights legend and leader here in Western North Carolina. Since her school days, she was a member of the Asheville Student Committee on Racial Equality, also known as ASCORA, which was an organization comprised of young black and white students that worked together for integration in the 50s and 60s. And then she broke the color barrier at Mars Hill College, now known as Mars Hill University, was the first student of African descent at that school, a very courageous role. She's had many other roles in our community, both professionally, personally, and in nonprofit leadership. Way too many to list. We'd be here until the sun went down, and you know, if I told you all this stuff. But however, because tonight is focused on education, I did want to mention a few things to you. As I already mentioned, Mars Hill University. Dr. Simmons has also studied Kingian nonviolence conflict resolution at the University of Rhode Island. And she holds 2 honorary degrees, one from Asheville Buncombe Technical Community College and an honorary Associate of Applied Science degree. And then I mentioned my workplace, Lenore Ryan University, Asheville. We conferred an honorary doctorate of humane letters on Dr. Simmons about 3 years ago. So I welcome you to the podium, and thank you very much for all you do for us, Dr. Simmons.
Good evening, and thank you so much, Dr. Dempsey. I thought I was going to be the keynote speaker with that introduction, but Thank you so much, and good evening to everyone. I bring you greetings on behalf of the Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Association of Asheville and Buncombe County. Our association established our scholarship program over 30 years ago to help high school graduates further their education. Our ceremony today presents and honors a group of outstanding high school graduates in our community who have exemplified the ideals and philosophies of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. through their academic excellency and service to others. And now, I have the pleasure of introducing our speaker, Dr. John Gossett. Dr. John D. Gossett is ABTEC's 7th president. Prior to this, he was president of McDowell Technical Community College in Marion. He's been working in higher education for 33 years, and he formerly served in many capacities at Maryland Community College in Spruce Pine, from an instructor of business administration all the way up to vice president of student development. Dr. Gossett also serves on numerous local, regional, and statewide boards and committees in support of community college education and economic development initiatives. He holds a bachelor's degree in marketing from the University of Tennessee, an MBA from Appalachian State University, and a doctorate in adult and community college education from North Carolina State University. He and his wife, Julie, are the proud parents of 4 adult children, 2 daughters-in-law, and 1 grandson. And now, Dr. Gossett.
Thank you, Dr. Simmons. I want to thank the association board members. I'd like to thank Dr. Dempsey. There you are. Dr. Simmons, thank you very much. Dr. Fox, Daryl Rhymes, judges, students, sponsors, thank you all for being here. Dr. Dempsey talked about this being a weird year. He's not wrong. This has been the oddest year of my career. And as a matter of fact, we were talking before about meeting people on a screen or behind a mask. Tonight was the first night since I've been here that I met Dr. Fox. We meet weekly, just about. So finally, I got to meet a friend face-to-face and in 3D for the first time, and it is surreal. I am honored to be here. To be honest, when the invitation came, I thought it was just to give a welcome to AB Tech. And then when they said, no, you are going to be the keynote speaker, my knees buckled a little bit, because I remember Dr. Simmons' speech at the prayer breakfast in January. I cannot hold a candle to that. I remember the speeches and the writings of Dr. King. I will not try to hold a candle to that. A great orator, in my mind, a prophet. But what I will do is borrow from Dr. King quite liberally. And to be honest, if you use his writings as the basis for a speech, you're in real good shape, because he had some wonderful things to say. As I researched his writings, one thing that struck me was they are timeless, they are eternal, and still hold weight today. He did not only give us quotes by which to live, but challenges us still as we move through our worlds and interact with people with whom we agree as well as with those whom we differ. Quotes like, "The time is always right to do the right thing." That's pretty good. "Every man must decide whether he will walk in the light of creative altruism or in the darkness of destructive selfishness." Wow. Unbelievable. And of course, the most famous "I Have a Dream" speech, where he envisions that we'll not be judged by the color of our skin, but by the content of our character. By the way, I encourage you, if you don't do it regularly, on Dr. King's Memorial Day in January, reread that speech, as it gives us both an idea of how far we've come, but yet inspires us how far we still have yet to go. A quote that resonated with me as I researched his writings was one that I challenge you with, students. Life's most persistent and urgent question: what are you doing for others? What are you doing for others? Dr. King said, "Everyone can be great because everyone can serve. You only need a heart full of grace." Now, my people have heard me talk about grace for a year. We definitely have needed to be graceful and gracious to each other through the pandemic. We've seen videos, we've all seen them, of people losing their composure. And as you watch, you're like, oh, grace. We need grace. Thankfully, we're coming out of that pandemic. But I will still talk to my people about grace. Ask Terry how much we talk about it at work. We need to extend to each other grace. Mahatma Gandhi said, "The best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others." The Apostle Paul, in his first letter to the church in Corinth, said, "Faith, hope, and love abide, but the greatest of these is love. Love is the basis for every good thing in our lives. Without love, nothing else matters. It's the foundation for service. Without love in your heart, you cannot serve other people." Now, scholars, the good news, based on your applications and meeting you tonight, I can tell you that Dr. King's question of what are you going to do for others is being answered. You are already looking for ways to help. You are already loving other people. You are on your way to be great. You are on your way to be successful. You are on your way to be complete individuals. You have character. Now, for those of you who haven't seen the applications, ANIYAH worked part-time jobs to support her family and volunteered as an assistant Sunday school teacher in her church. Now, what age group did you volunteer for?
Typically, young kids under the age of 5.
Under the age of 5. Bless your heart. Ollie walked in, volunteered at a wildlife preserve. That kind of blew my mind. But you also wash dishes, the most humblest of jobs, loving others through washing dishes. Emma sponsored 2 children through Compassion International and also volunteers in her church. Kai volunteers with Brother Wolf and has traveled internationally to give to others. Kai, are you here? He's not here. Okay. Well, Kai's been to Morocco. I've driven through Murphy. I'm not. Again, our young people are blowing my mind every day. Clarissa has worked with beloved Asheville to support immigrant families and the Futures Movement to fight drug abuse. Worthy causes. JONA has gone to 3 mission trips with her church. ANIYAH has worked part-time, served as an intern at MATTINAS, volunteered with many organizations. Diego has volunteered at the Veterans Restoration Quarters and at church in the food pantry and with his choir. Now, as a believer, I have to tell you that having our young folk volunteer with churches and mission trips does my heart good. Thank you for that service. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give these students a round of applause, please. As you move away from high school and toward your dreams that include post-secondary education, you will be faced with new opportunities, new ideas, new challenges. You will see things and be exposed to ideas that will push you, that will make you question what you thought was true about the world, and make you think. Please, I pray that you think. It's okay to be challenged. It's all right to be stretched. That's how the body, the mind, and the spirit grow and get stronger. Dr. King said, education must enable one to sift and weigh evidence, to discern the true from the false, the real from the unreal, and the facts from the fiction. In short, education helps you think. Education helps you reason. Education helps you decide for yourself what it is you believe. And once you think, once you discern, then you will truly own your beliefs and will become your unshakable foundation for life. That foundation serves to continue to build your character. Dr. King said that we must remember that intelligence is not enough. Intelligence plus character, that is the goal. It is your character that will take you far in life. It is your character that will spur your interest in helping others. It is your character that will define you and what you mean to your communities, and most importantly, what you mean to your families. You've already proven to me that you are people of character. I encourage you to continue to be so. Continue your journey of discovery through education, both formal and informal. And Tanaya, I know that you plan to go to NCA&T, to live in a dorm. Much of what you will learn will happen informally in that dorm. We had a nice conversation. Continue to love others through service. Continue, please, to carry on the legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King, Jr. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Gossett. And as a citizen of Asheville and Buncombe County, I would like to tell you that we are so glad that you're at the helm at AB Tech. So welcome to Asheville. I know you've been here for a while, but it feels like you just got here because we're finally in the same room. Okay, we cannot do this, folks, without our judges. These folks sacrifice their time to look these applications over. They take it very seriously. After I select the judges, I typically get 5 to 10 emails from each one of them asking me how to, querying me about how to go about this. I say, just go with the flow. The bottom line is we are judging students on how they reflect the life and teachings of Dr. King. And so we have selected 8 people. The judges have selected 8 people, eight students to receive awards. And I've got to call out their names. I know that at least one of them is here. Ms. Julie Gossett, who is the First Lady of AB Tech, I might add, Dr. Gossett's wife. Jay Hackett, who could not be here with us tonight. And I believe, Julie, you're maybe the only one in our presence. Dr. David Jones is I should mention Jay Hackett, actually. He is a instructor in the Lenore Ryan Equity and Diversity Institute. He is an entrepreneur, the former executive director of Green Opportunities and the current owner of Grind Coffee Shop in the River Arts District. Go down there and get yourself a cup of joe. Jay Hackett is a great guy. Dr. David Jones is a professor at Lenore Ryan as well. He is a professor in our MBA program and is actually the dean of our College of Business. Jennifer Nelson is with the Guardian Ad Litem department here in the region, and so she takes care of students who have been, or not students, excuse me, children who have been perhaps abused, perhaps misused. So she's a very great soul. And then Dr. Sharon West, who works for the VA hospital and is a nurse practitioner by trade, a very excellent person. All of these folks, let's give them, even though only one of them is here, let's give them a round of applause for helping us out. And before we get into the nitty-gritty, I've got to call out one member of our community for exceptional going beyond the call of duty. Mr. Darrell Rhymes is an employee here at AB Tech. He is an associate director of human resources and is the special assistant to the president for diversity and inclusion. I probably got that wrong somehow, but it's pretty close, right, Darrell? In 2000, now Darrell is also a performer. He's a singer, and in 2017, he delivered a performance at the Crown Plaza here in Asheville. One Moment in Time was the night of the name of the evening, and it showcased his smooth, soulful voice gliding seamlessly through a range of cherished musical numbers. And Darrell on that night raised $3,000 in ticket sales for the Martin Luther King Scholarship Association. Yes, absolutely. But as with all good things in life, there is a catch. Darrell earmarked that money to be exclusively used for students who will attend Asheville Buncombe Technical Community College. And so tonight we're going to give away half of that money, $1,500. More to come on that. So again, Mr. Rhymes, thank you for your dedication to our students, your dedication to our community, and of course your wonderful singing voice. Thank you very much. Okay, now it's on to the big to-do, folks. We are going to give awards to our students. And I'm going to ask Dr. Simmons and Dr. Gossett if you would join me up here at the table. I will call them up one by one. So students, now is the sweaty palms type. You got to come up here and accept an award. And I don't know if ANIYAH Beck has made it. Is ANIYAH here? Okay, ANIYAH did not make it. She is, but I will still read about her. She is. She was waylaid by a car accident. She was not in the car accident, but she was on her way back from a graduation trip. And apparently, a lot of big traffic jam. So she may show up later, and if she does show up, and anybody knows her, point her out to me. But we'll read about her. ANIYAH Beck is a graduate of the School of Inquiry and Life Sciences at Asheville. She has participated in several peaceful protests and donates money and time to multiple nonprofit organizations. As a member of the Keepin' It Real Club, she discusses national race and equity issues, hosts guest speakers on these topics, and collaborates with fundraisers. She's a member of the Minority Medical Mentoring Program at MAHEC and has participated in the Advancement via Individual Determination, commonly known as AVID program, at SILSA. She has been accepted at NC-A&T University, UNC Charlotte, and East Carolina University, and wants to major in kinesiology, I hope I pronounced that right, and with a minor in sports broadcasting. So let's give a hand for ANIYAH Beck. Hopefully she'll be here later. Second, we have my new friend, Jonah Daniels. Come on up, Jonah. Jonah is a graduate of Irwin High School, and she is a recipient of the Leadership Award and the Positive Role Model Award, and has served on multiple mission trips, as Dr. Gossett mentioned earlier. She is enthusiastic about Black history and culture, and according to one of her scholarship nominees, encourages others to be tolerant of people's differences. She plans to attend Winston-Salem State University and wants to major in nursing. Congratulations to you, Jonah Daniels. CLARISA Garcia is a graduate of the Martin L. NESBIT Discovery Academy. She was a member of the North Carolina Youth Health Advisors, a group that in part focused on health disparities that have adversely affected people of color in our state. In addition, Clarissa worked with beloved Asheville by helping immigrant families who are being investigated by Immigration and Customs Enforcement, also known as ICE, and is part of the Asheville Buncombe Futures Movement, which strives to make Buncombe County a drug-free community for use. She has mentored Latino students who struggle to understand English and was involved in the Minority Medical Mentoring Program at MATTINAS as well as the City of Asheville Youth Leadership Academy. And Clarissa is planning to go to NC State, go Wolfpack, and wants to major in biological sciences. Well done. Another person who could not be with us tonight, because you mentioned he's in Morocco. I don't know where he is today, but it's somewhere way far-flung. I think he's out west in Colorado. MATTINAS is a graduate of Asheville High School, and he is the recipient of an Asheville Civitan Scholarship. He's helped build a school in Morocco and has taught English in Fiji. Kai has also read to orphan children and volunteered at Manna Food Bank. As a Native American young person, Kai has both firsthand and ancestral experiences in struggling to rise above oppression. He volunteers with Brother Wolf here in Asheville, as mentioned previously, and serves as an assistant coach with the Asheville Hockey League. He's going to attend Western Colorado University in Gunnison, Colorado, and will major in environmental science. I have heard from Kai on a couple of occasions. I understand that without this scholarship money, he would probably not have been able to attend Western Colorado. Tipped him over the edge. So even though he's not here, let's have a round of applause for Kai MATTINAS. Emma Patton, today, well, I'll tell you who's going to accept this award in a minute. Let me getting ahead of myself here. Emma Patton is a graduate of A.C. Reynolds High School. Go Rockets, right, Ms. Sellers? Where she was recognized as one of Buncombe County's top scholars. She has served the unhoused through her church activities and has volunteered with the Asheville Dream Center in service to low-wealth communities. She has also been a sponsor for Compassion International, a nonprofit organization that allows sponsors to provide monthly payments to families who are experiencing poverty. Emma will attend Clemson University, hope she likes football, and plans to major in nursing. And on behalf of Emma, we are going to ask that Ms. Doris Sellers, the principal of A.C. Reynolds High School, come and accept her award for her. Thank you for being here, Ms. Sellers. Okay, Oliver Searle is a graduate of Christ School, and he completed more than 100 hours of community service during the past year alone. Wow. He has interned with environmental organization, the Southern Plains Land Trust, and according to one of his nominators, Ollie is trustworthy, trusting, fun, loyal, and enthusiastic. He has a unique ease with being able to connect with a wide variety of people and dedicates time and energy to getting to know people better. He intends to major in marine biology and wants to attend UNC Chapel Hill, NC State, or UNC Wilmington, and one of these institutions will be very lucky to have you, Ollie. Thanks for being here. Congratulations. Okay, Tanaya Weber is a graduate of Charles D. Owen High School, and Ms. Meg Turner is here to celebrate with her, the principal of Owen. She is an assistant Sunday school teacher at her church and participated in the Advancement via Individual Determination AVID program while she attended Asheville High prior to coming to Owen. According to one of her nominators, Tanaya reaches out to students who have been marginalized or ostracized and has worked hard at her job. The nominator also said that Tanaya is committed to helping her grandmother in any way that she can. She's choosing between NC A&T, UNC Charlotte, and Winston-Salem State. Perhaps she's made a decision. I heard NC A&T a little while ago. She has, so forget about the rest. We're going with NC A&T. And she wants to major in elementary education. There you go. Okay, finally, Diego Adams. Diego Adams is a graduate of T.C. Robertson High School. Go Rams. He is a recipient of the Tuskegee Airman Award in the Air Force ROTC program and was a guest speaker at the 2020 Civil Rights March and Rally in Greenville, South Carolina. He participated in the Men of Color Conference, the My Brother's Keeper Seminar, and was a member of the My Daddy Taught Me That youth group. In 2015, Diego was named Buncombe County's first commissioner for a day for exhibiting skills in leadership and poetry writing. He has donated to the Tom Joyner HBCU Scholarship Fund, yes, with his own money. He donated to that scholarship fund. He has rubbed shoulders with the Reverend Jesse Jackson and Magic Johnson. Ever heard of those guys? And has corresponded with the Reverend Al Sharpton and First Lady Michelle Obama. And Ms. Obama wrote Diego and told him that she and President Obama enjoyed his poem, Just Glad to Be Me. Wow. In his spare time, ha, 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 like you got any of that, Diego. Diego is a volunteer at the Oakley Baptist Church Food Pantry, and he also volunteers at the Veterans Restoration Quarters. Guess what? Guess where he's going to school? You're standing in the building, Diego. You arrived. He plans to attend Asheville Buncombe Technical Community College, wants to major in engineering, and eventually plans to transfer to a four-year college where he would like to focus on biochemical engineering. It gives me a distinct honor, folks, to tell you that Diego Adams is our top winner this year. He is the top Martin Luther King Association scholarship winner in 2021, and he's being awarded the whopping sum of $6,500 for the things that he has done in our community. Yeah, that's worth a standing ovation for sure. And I would be remiss if I didn't remind you that this is a combination of $5,000 from the regular scholarship fund and $1,500 from the funds that Mr. Darrell Rhymes donated. So thank you, Diego, and congratulations to you. And I believe you would like to say a few words to the audience. Am I correct, sir? Sure. Okay, come on over. Let me get out of your way.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Martin Luther King Association board members, scholarship recipients, family, guests, and friends. It's an honor and a privilege to stand here before you today as a MLK scholarship recipient. First, I would like to thank Dr. Dempsey and the board allowing me the opportunity to speak, allowing me the opportunity to share a few words with you on this memorable evening. I'm extremely grateful for this generous scholarship award. I'd like to congratulate the other scholarship recipients for going the distance and putting in the work. I'm sure you will concur with me and acknowledge the significance of having the opportunity of achieving your defining moment through getting an education. I'm definitely able. I have cerebral palsy and ADHD. So I do understand the magnitude of making sacrifices, overcoming challenges, and putting in the work. I also realize the level of gratitude to those that have paved the way for the opportunity and the responsibility placed upon my shoulders to obtain a college degree. To the awardees, let us continue to stay ambitious and enthusiastic while pursuing our future goals. To Dr. Dempsey and the MLK Association board members, I am humbled and sincerely thank you for selecting us. We we have yet to reach a full apotheosis. As we continue along this scholastic journey, we should be reminded of education through the inspirational words of Dr. Martin Luther King. The function of education is to teach one to think intensively and to think critically. Intelligence plus character. That is the goal of true education. Thank you.
Thank you, Diego. I can't tell you how much that means to the Martin Luther King Association Board of Directors to hear your words spoken so well. And this is why we do this. So thank you, sir, for all of your service to our community. Thank you very, very much. We are honored to provide you with this support. No question about it. I would like to ask Dr. Simmons to come up and close us out. And thank you very much, folks. It was great to see everyone.
I offer my sincere congratulations to all of our awardees upon receiving scholarships. Your accomplishments and services have left an imprint upon the people of our community. In closing, I wish to thank Dr. Gossett for that splendid speech, which is a challenge to all of us, and your generosity in allowing us to use this facility for our ceremony. Thank you again to the essay judges and to Sterling Lawrence for videoing this ceremony. We hope that it will at some time be aired on our website and portions shown at our next prayer breakfast. Dr. Mike Dempsey, I appreciate your hard work and leadership as chair of the Martin Luther King Scholarship Program. This is a splendid ceremony. Some of the members of our board of directors are here this evening, and I would like to recognize them. I would like to ask them to please stand and introduce yourself.
Joseph Fox, Vice President of the Board. David King, Board Member.
I'm Darryl Rhymes, I'm a board member as well.
Thank you to Vanessa Funderburg, our photographer for the evening. And again, thank you to Daryl Rhymes, my darling Daryl, for his financial contribution to the scholarship fund made from the proceeds of his concert that we all so enjoyed. This contribution will enable Diego Adams to be a successful student here at AB Tech Community College. And Dr. Gossett, I know that that pleases you very much. If you would like to donate to our scholarship fund, please go to our website. The address is listed on our program, and if you cannot find it there, I do have cards with the information on it. And while you're on our website, please take a look at our other wonderful programs that we offer. And speaking of our wonderful programs, Dr. Fox, would you please tell us about something exciting that they might find there soon, or even today?
Thank you, Dr. Simmons. Dr. Simmons loves to put me on the spot, but she knows that I'm good at ad-libbing. So we are, again, delighted that you're joining us this evening. We have a variety of programs. Most folks know us for our year-long celebrations, but most folks are familiar with our annual prayer breakfast, which is the second largest in the Southeast. We draw over 1,200 folks to the annual prayer breakfast, but we do things throughout the year with the help of our sponsors, and many of our sponsors are here today. We do an annual Peace March and Rally, where we celebrate, recognize Dr. King's contributions, but also march with a call of action to keep the dream alive. We do a candlelight service award for our adult population for the things that they're doing in the community as community leaders. Our COPE program has programming throughout the year where we do things around entrepreneurship, social justice, education, a variety of celebrations. We're currently working on the Equal Justice Initiative Remembrance Project. I'm actually chairing that committee. The Remembrance Project is recognizing individuals of record that were lynched in various counties throughout the United States. There were 3 individuals of record lynched in Buncombe County. And so we have just completed another essay contest that goes with the Equal Justice Initiative. The Equal Justice Initiative sponsored $6,000 in prize money. We are announcing those 3 top winners this week on the MLK YouTube channel. I think the first one may have aired today. In addition, our board has offered $3,000 in addition to the $6,000 for a total of $9,000 for that scholarship, plus about the $15,000 from our scholarship winner today. So it is because of our sponsorships that we're able to give back to our students and to the communities. So the soil collection the essay project is one project. The soil collection project is the second project with the Remembrance Project. Memorial Day Sunday, we recognized the 3 individuals of records with a soil collection ceremony, where we went to the sites that we could get to that most closely resemble where the individuals were lynched in Buncombe County. We collected soil. We recognized and honored those 3 individuals of records. A jar with their names will go to the Equal Justice Initiative Museum to recognize Buncombe County and will be stored there. PAC Library has graciously agreed for the duplicate jars to stay here in Buncombe County and will be displayed at a ceremony later in June, early July. And then the third part of that project is historical markers. And so we're at the completion of that in mid-September. We will be erecting 3 historical markers throughout Asheville near the sites of significance of the lynchings. So we are busy year-round. We are a working board. Some weekends I feel like I work more for MLK than I do for my own company, but we get a lot done. I would be remiss if I failed to mention another project that we partner with, which is the My Future North Carolina Educational Attainment and Educational Attainment and Workforce Collaborative, in which Dr. Dempsey and Dr. GOSSETT are part of that. I'm the project co-chair with that, where we are encouraging young folks to get the credentials, a degree that will lead to gainful employment. So we are connecting the resource dots between education and gainful workforce to keep folks in Buncombe County, Madison County, Transylvania County, and Henderson County, the 4 counties of Henderson, of the Land and Sky region. So again, thank you. Again, thank you, Dr. Simmons, and we look forward to continuing working with you all throughout the year.
Thank you so much, Dr. Fox. This concludes our program. And again, if you would like to know more about our programs and our activities, I do have cards with our address on it and our website address. Just see me sometime during this evening. And I hope that you will take time to congratulate all of our awardees. Thank you for coming, and please have a good night. And I think we're going to also get a group shot if all of our awardees would come forward. And at that time, you can also say your congratulations. Thank you so much, and good night.